Remember back to your very first relationship. Perhaps you were in middle school or high school. Remember how much your heart was open and you were so excited and you shared such a great connection with that individual. Do you remember what happened when that relationship was over? Because I'm guessing 99.9% of us are not with our first love at this point in our lives. Most of us experienced a great deal of pain when that first relationship ended. And then what happens is we close our hearts a little. So the next relationship we go into, perhaps our heart isn't quite as open. So that love and that connection may be just a little bit less than the first relationship because we're scared, right? We were hurt. We don't want our heart to be broken again. And so what do? We try and protect our hearts. So fast forward to when we're adults. And I work with people all the time. They've ended one relationship, a marriage, and then they're starting a new one. But so often we forget that our past follows us into our new relationship. And if we haven't dealt with the baggage, so we call it, but it's really the feelings, it's the pain, it's everything that happened in our relationship. If we don't deal with that and we don't heal our hearts, then it affects our new relationship. So, say we've been in a relationship with someone who was verbally abusive. That new relationship, we're going to have a fear. Maybe we're afraid to have our voice heard. Maybe we're afraid to speak up. And so we play small because we're not wanting to experience the same thing we did the last relationship. And we don't feel good about ourselves, maybe because we were told that we weren't worth anything and, all our faults were picked apart. And so we're very, very much afraid to put ourselves out there. So that's just one example. Another example is perhaps our past partner cheated on us. That makes a lot of people really paranoid, checking things, asking lots of questions. But when you do that in a new relationship, you're not showing your new partner that you trust them. And so that creates problems. And it's totally understandable having these reactions and responses to things because our heart hurts. And when our heart hurts, we're going to do everything we can to protect it. And so I always encourage people who are starting a new relationship to spend some time looking at how their heart feels, looking at their beliefs about relationships so that they can kind of start with a fresh slate. Just completely clear things off. Now, we can't forget things that have happened, nor do we want to, probably. Some things maybe, but we can heal that's hurt us. And we can realize that just because we had this experience with one person doesn't mean we'll have it with another person. But we don't get to that point until we actually look at things. And doing that work is going to bring up emotions, it's going to bring up memories. It can be painful, but it's worth it because you go into your new relationship with a more open heart. You're willing to connect deeper. You're trusting. You are willing to communicate. There's so many benefits to doing this work. So the one thing I recommend to everyone who's going to start a new relationship is to look at where you may need to heal so that you can go into that relationship being the best version of yourself for you and for your partner. If you want to learn more about some of the tools that I use to help my clients every day, just please reach out to me. Take care, my friends.